First off, let me talk my. Got a couple things I gotta cross off my list. How you insomniac for sleeping on my. It's a bad soundtrack, read the script. Born in the motherland, headed straight down to the south. Tennessee mornings with pops, working 3 jobs. I knew that they struggled to get it, that's why I wanted to get it. That embedded, you get it, treat it like a law. And I'ma need commission for this hit. Lance laid the canvas and I painted over it. I don't need a vision board to show you I'm betting on myself, count the chips. Got it. Made some choices for a profit. That's my logic. I'ma take it to the coffin, just being honest. Try to sink my ship like Titanic and leave me with Jack. Hope I be panicking, but I rose to the top. Isn't it funny that the is built like a Maserati, yoga folding like origami? What? I walk the walk, I talk the talk, I be saying what I want. When I had no deposit, closet was looking real bare. Now I made a deposit, my closet's looking super rare. Drove it really far. Crazy how did just happen, wishing on a star. It's a celebration, I ain't talking Mardi Gras. With a little patience, you'll be eating Budokan. What you want? What you want? Made some choices for a profit. That's my logic. I'ma take it to the coffin, just being honest. Never let a manufacture stack like that. And if it getting toxic, tell the boy fall back. If it was back then, I'd be tripping off that. Took a little time just to get me on track. I went from snotty to snobby, got it like immune to everybody, this is Stunt 101. Up in the club, throwing the 50s like hate it and love it, I just can't get enough. Labels keep calling me, I said move if you call me please, or don't even bother me. They said oh my apologies, they keep calling and calling. I keep stalling and stalling. Rookie of the year, my career snowballing. Got it. Made some choices for a profit. That's my logic. I'ma take it to the coffin, just being honest.
Tonight, from FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland, it's time for Monday Night Football on EA Sports. Washington Commanders taking on the Carolina Panthers.
The sun has gone down and the mercury going down as well. To be expected, I guess, here on an autumn night just outside of D.C. at FedEx Field. Tonight, we wrap up Week 11 with a good Monday nighter between the Carolina Panthers and the Washington Commanders. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about this Commanders team coming into play here today.
They've been the talk of the NFL so far. 9 wins in their first 9 games.
And some people subscribe to the theory that a loss might not be the worst thing for them. They've had it easy all year long. How would they do handling adversity?
They had no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And they are led out there by their mobile cornerback.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
They'll look to throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Brown. 3 yards remain for second down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw again. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete.
Touchdown, Washington.
A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Commanders will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. A drive that time of 6 plays, and the result, a touchdown for Washington. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
This fielded right at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And a look at the man under center, now in his 8th season in the National Football League.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He's able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun. Kowalski finding Harris over the middle. Short completion, just 4 yards. And 3rd and 8 now. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
11 yards and a Panther first down.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game, but this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Up the gut, McCaffrey.
Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
10 more there and another first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Kowalski into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. The 30, 10, 5.
and he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Still in the first quarter, but what a great start for them. I mean, they've controlled the airways, Charles, on both sides. They had the passing touchdown, then they intercept the pass of the other squad and take it back for another score.
Brandon, I know we have a ton of time left, but what an early backbreaker they just delivered. They're up early, and they appear to be totally dialed in. And that offense, they're forced to run right back out, still shaking up a bit, but feeling the pressure to put something on the scoreboard. They've got to be careful here.
What's good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive.
They, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
That's what we are. Christian McCaffrey, the ball carrier. He's taken down at the 33-yard line.
Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Back to throw. Kowalski.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down.
The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick 6, and here he ends up on his backside.
Yeah, and you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick 6, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
Here's the Panthers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Oh, what a juke into space. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2.
They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun. Rich. He's going to loft one. Deep left side here. He's got a man. Complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver. And as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll look underneath and finds Brown. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9.
An inside give, Brown. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. The kick by Lutz is good. And that'll make this 17-0 here in the opening quarter.
So a great first quarter continues here as they add on to that lead.
And Brandon, I think it sets up what's going to be an important drive because it's now 17-0. So the other guys, they got to figure out something quick before this game gets away from them.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Carolina offense about ready to go. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. They'll go option to the short side. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way back into this game.
On 1st down, Kowalski. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. There he goes left side.
And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick 6.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the 2nd quarter.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And the lead is now 24. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Now the offense for the Panthers here getting the football back. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. you're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Operating from the gun, Kowalski.
He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
This defense for the Commanders, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. And Washington going to come back out here to take over offensively.
Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Draw play for Brown. 7 yards there and a 1st down. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go right back to the ground here in Brown. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Off the play fake. Rich. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers 37. That'll put him over 100 yards receiving now here in this first half of action. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause, to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
On 1st and 10, Rich. Over the middle, it's complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Townsend.
And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
This is Brown going up the middle. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Brown once more.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there.
His 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Well, I'll say one thing, Charles. You're getting really good practice here in breaking down touchdowns. What did you see there?
Well, the same thing I've seen over and over and over in this first half. My scintillating analysis, Brandon, this offense is absolutely taking no prisoners.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now.
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up second down. Operating from the gun, Kowalski. Finding room at midfield. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's a gain of 35.
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays, and there's an example of that right there.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Kowalski looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Coleman. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
To throw on 2nd down, Kowalski. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll make it 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he wisely will throw that one away. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, Kowalski. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Now here's the Panthers special teams unit to try a field goal for 3. This just 32 yards officially from the right hash. And his kick is good. And now they'll just need 4 touchdowns as the deficit is now 28. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So here is Washington now to take over. They are working on that very impressive 9-game win streak, looking to get it to 10 as they've got the lead here, 1st and 10. They defer to Brown to start the drive. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10.
Out route, and it's complete to Brown.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Off play action. Rich. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, and those are the type of plays that can focus a defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to him, and I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around their fortunes.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10.
The possession of the football goes over to Carolina.
And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun, Kowalski. Dancing, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Looking to throw. Kowalski over the middle, complete. It's Harris. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up 4th down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down.
All right, Charles, we've spoken about this offense plenty, how great they've been all year. 9-0 now, into the back half of the season. Super Bowl favorites, without a doubt. I think everyone agrees on that. What do you think is the thing that most stands between them and a perfect season?
I think it's themselves. I think it's their team, how they approach things, how they conduct themselves during the week, practicing, getting ready, and then going out and playing. Can't take your foot off the gas pedal at this stage. Doesn't matter if it's a weak team you're playing or not. Look, when I talk with one of the best golfers of all time, he told me he never played against the field. He just played against himself and his own standard.
From the gun on 3rd down. Rich. This will be caught once again by Brown. And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw. Rich throwing the out route incomplete. It's Townsend. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown.
So maybe some signs of life. I mean, this has been a defense. They've been all over the map here in this first half, but they're coming through with a big play.
And sometimes that one play is what you need. And it sounds overly simple, but this is a team that was close to being down and out before halftime. So to come back and return an interception for a touchdown, that's big.
Yeah, maybe it can serve, Charles, like you were alluding to, as a little bit of a wake-up call for them. We'll see.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And he puts this one through. It makes our score 31-10. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Throwing after the interception. Rich. This will be caught by Brown. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rich over the middle here to Brown. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So that challenge, a successful one.
From the gun on third down. Rich. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 37.
The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts
as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on first down. Rich. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Brown. So the completion gets him just a yard, and it's second down. Operating from the gun. Rich.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Looking to throw. Rich.
Oh, he makes the catch off the tip by the safety.
Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Operating from the gun. Rich. He's got it. Touchdown. Terry McLaurin as the first half is winding down.
And the Commanders will extend their lead here just before halftime.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. That time a 9-play drive.
And it's finished off by a Terry McLaurin touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started down at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, where it was the visiting Jets who were able to get the road victory. Deshaun Watson leading the way with a couple of touchdown passes in the victory. Next, we head off to check out another game, and they were losers in that ball game to the visiting New Orleans Saints. The Saints with an important win as they keep pace in the playoff picture and get their record up to 6-4 with the win. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And they were losers in their ball game to the visiting Dallas Cowboys. Dak Prescott, strong as usual in the victory as his guys run their record now to 7-3. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Panthers ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Back to throw. Kowalski. This one complete to Coleman.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
From the gun on third down, Kowalski, and he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10. First possession of the second half now for Washington. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Now we watch everything with great anticipation because he just had his 999th reception. And yes, math majors, the next one, a big one, 1,000. To throw on second down, Rich, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Rich got a man. It's Brown.
And he's going to have a Commander's first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Give him 32 on the play. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Rich throwing middle, and it's complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete.
And the Commanders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Brown going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. And they'll run again. And this time he's not going anywhere. In fact, he'll lose yardage back to the 3.
4th down now after a loss of 2.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. On 4th down, Rich, and that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. From 3 yards out.
And the Commanders' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And Charles, we haven't even hit the 4th quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays.
And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Carolina getting set to take the field.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles. And, I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the 3rd quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it does appear like they're done scoring points in this one. They look awfully confident.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
On 1st down, Rich. He finds his man, complete. That's Townsend. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. They'll give this up the middle to Brown. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 45 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ballgame. He has just eclipsed the 13,000-yard mark for his career. What a career it's been. Incredible running the football. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They give it to Brown. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun, Rich. He finds his man, complete. That's Brown.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw, Rich. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rich. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 12-yard line. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. He's done it. 1,000 career catches with that last reception.
I don't care what you've done in your life. How many things have you done 1,000 times of significance? How about this? With that catch, now closing in on the top 10 all-time in NFL history, a very significant achievement.
He finds his man, complete. It's Brown. No gain on the screen there at 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up.
Looking to throw. Rich. The quick slant caught.
Touchdown, Washington.
Terry McLaurin with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Commanders have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Well, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told.
And it's finished off by a Terry McLaurin touchdown.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
This one fielded at the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
And onto the field, here come the Panthers.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. .42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He has been on his A game. We're in the 3rd quarter. He's already in search of touchdown pass number 5.
He's played so well that it's hard for me to take my eyes off of him, even when he's not on the field. I keep finding my eyes finding him on the bench in between series, wondering what he's going to do next. This has been a blast to watch him play the position.
Yeah, he's been spectacular with those 4 touchdown passes. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Partner still in the third quarter, but they've got this one well in hand and still airing it out with gusto and picking up some nice gains.
And even in lopsided games like this, you don't really see starters get lifted or the foot come off the gas before the fourth quarter. No one wants to leave any doubt when they're playing well. They just want to continue the process.
17 yards is the pickup there.